What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. What's up? What's up? Dab, yo. Pratt, yo. Joe, yo. ABC God is here. I won't call myself a god. That's egotistic. Edwin, what's going on? Hello. Time for a dab, then dabble in some trades. Yo, Kite, how you doing, man? Yes, here we go again. My favorite live stream. What's up, man? What's up, AB? Yeah, good weekend. Got a couple of trades on the board and everything's sitting in the green, so it feels good for right now. We'll see if that keeps rocking and rolling. We got a couple things to talk about, but like it's still not really determined. Like I can't really be confident on anything because we got some different factors that we're throwing in here, but go ahead and switch over. What's going on? I might look a little bit dusty today. Also, I gotta leave today, so I don't know how long I'll be staying on. So that's why I actually streamed a little bit earlier, because I do have to get out of the house. I got these some clothes for this wedding I'm going to, and let me just show you. One, I think I need to get a bigger size, and two, the dude forgot to take this thing and take off the little tag thing. I'm just gonna wear this all stream. That's how we're gonna do it. Just a regular t-shirt and a vest. I actually got this stuff for a steal. All right, I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but I went to JCPenney's and the entire outfit was gonna cost me $240. The dude at the checkout ended up getting everything for me for like $89. He put discounts on every item, and then as well as that took 40% off with like a little coupon thing. So, and then I got like a pink dress shirt. The pink dress shirt fits, but this is a little bit tight. Not gonna lie. Like, definitely sitting down, it's hard to like. I got suck in my stomach. All right, so I think I am gonna go with one size bigger. I can fit this technically. Like, it doesn't look bad, especially with the entire outfit on, but like it's definitely tight right here. If I fast for like the remainder of the like 2 days, I think I might be able to pull it off, but I'm just being safe right now. But you know, it looks decent. They got these little flappy things on the back. I don't know what to do with those. I don't wear fancy clothes. Just don't sit. Yeah, that's kind of the move that I might be going for. Or at least, like, you know, because we're standing during the ceremony, and then after the ceremony, I mean, you can probably take your vest off. You don't have to look good the entire time. Just be That got one guy that won't stop dancing the entire time. Yeah, so I gotta go back to the store and have them remove that. But I mean, it's kind of a blessing because like I need to go back anyways. I'm a dude, so like I went to the store, I grabbed a medium and a large. I tried the medium on first. Medium didn't fit me at all. So I was like, okay, it's just close enough, but I can't really button it. So I was like, I'll just grab the large. I didn't even go back to the fitting room. And it turns out the large is just like just enough. So might just not eat for the remainder of the 2 days. But out here looking like a crypto lifer trying to put on suits. Put on the dress shirt later. Complete the ensemble. But all right, let's go ahead and cut it down. Let's see what we got on the board today. So, I heard someone say something about Rec. Rec actually did put in a nice setup. I personally didn't take it, but it was there. It's just, you gotta be careful with some of these altcoins, man. But no, it was a pretty decent setup. It was high right here. We put in that higher high, and I mean, it came smacking back down. I mean, just from the entry point, we're already, 30% down. You love to see it. So, I mean, if you took that trade, that was pretty fantastic. I had a friend that's learning how to trade, and he actually found that trade setup, and he was like messaging me at 9:20 a.m. this morning or something. Oh no, he called it out yesterday. And I was like, if you want to take it. But he like wanted like my full permission. I was like, it's there, but I just be careful with altcoins. I don't think he ended up taking it. He's still kind of in that like phase where like he's predicting, and then like when he's right, he gets overconfident. So it takes a while to get into the smooth groove of like, it's not about predicting, it's not about being right, it's just about taking those small risks. Hopefully they hit big. Still trying to get him into that mentality. US 100 and the SPY are coming back up above those supports. I mean, the SPY already did. US 100 is kind of right at it, retesting it. Like I said, I mean, if we can hold these supports, I mean, it looks good for the macro markets in the US economy, which applies to all stocks, as well as that. I think like it's kind of scary at the same time. If we look at the DXY here, DXY is putting in a downwards ABC. So like that's kind of something to be wary of. It definitely could bounce. Now, what I'm hoping for is like, if we do get a bounce here and we go further up, either the top of this newly created ABC or the one that's kind of the larger one, either one of those can act as a rejection point for kind of the macro to kind of have it retest some of the downside and give us some points to pump up. As far as it goes right now, I'm still leaning long bias in terms of like my opinion on what's happening in the market. Obviously, that's not how I play the charts. I play with the charts depending on what is happening strictly. All right. Doesn't matter what my opinion is. So at the moment, we do have 3 shorts open. We have a short on sushi, XRP, and BTC. XRP and BTC aren't anything new. Like I said, XRP, a little bit of an oopsie. Got stopped out, had to re-enter at a lower price point. So we would be up a little bit further on XRP if it wasn't for my stupidness. But we got an entry at 49.23. And then my other 2 trades are longs. One is on Ethereum from this setup right here. Obviously, I would have loved to grab it at the lower price point, but obviously I was asleep. All right, that lower price point was right here at 220. So I opted to go with what we had in the C wave. The C wave put in a low here at 1251, a high here at 1382. So as long as we are above either 1250 or 1220, I will be long on Ethereum. We are approaching a possible hedge position. Me personally, I'm not taking it. Okay, I have shorts open and I have long open. My shorts outnumber my longs right now, so I don't want to continue adding to shorts and kind of bet further to one side until we kind of have a clear break of range. So if you are in a different position, let's say that you only have longs open and you are searching for short positions, I mean, if we do get a little bit more of a pump here, I wouldn't say this is the worst ABC in the world. It's definitely a little bit smaller time frame. I mean, this has only been formed over the past couple days here, and typically we're working with more of like 2 week to a month type stuff. but it is there if you want to take it. We just have to put in a higher high than 1343 and then stay below that number, and that would be the hedge position. LTC, kind of upsetting. Like I said, I would like to be long off of that, but it's too far away now. ADA, still waiting on a re-entry in that, but that is super far away. So that's probably going to be over the course of the next couple of weeks if we ever do get that. But XRP kind of putting that head and shoulders pattern. Obviously, like at this moment in time, of course, I'm a little bit more long bias, but I definitely would like a dump. I mean, just me personally, just because of what I have on the board. If we dump, it's going to be a lot more profitable. XRP, if we see like 31 cents, I probably will be taking profit. Like I said, just kind of like figuring out what I want from the different types of trades. So longs, I'll definitely hold for forever because there's infinite potential with longs. I'll wait for either a hedge position or in combo, best case scenario, hedge position and the ability to take profit on the first long and then compound the second. But with shorts, once we start approaching the 50% mark, if there is a local low that is in the way, I probably will take profit just because of the diminishing returns past 50%. The best case scenario would be we take profit and then we get a little bit of a jump or retest to the upside from those local lows and then form another ABC to compound the account. It is always better to take profit on shorts to a certain extent. Like I said, 50% is where you start really losing the ability to make profit long term because price is 100% to the downside, but thousands of percents to the upside. So definitely a lot more worth it to kind of compound that way. I mean, if we get a dump, definitely we'll take it. Sushi, I mean, sushi's kind of dead in the water. I haven't really been keeping up on any of the major news revolving around sushi, whether or not they have a new team or anything like that. So I honestly hope it's a dead coin and that this is kind of just like a pump for a pump's sake and we get kind of like a really harsh smackdown, kind of like what we did on Rec. Because I mean, I definitely got ate up a little bit on sushi, guys. I mean, there's nothing new. When you play an altcoin like that, you should be expecting it. You shouldn't be able to get mad at something that you know for a fact has a potential of doing that. Now, Rec had the same exact potential, but it did dump immediately. All right, so it's kind of like a gamble when you get into coins like that. So, like I said, I mean, if you're really, really upset with getting stopped out a lot, raise your stop loss. There's no shame in it, and you probably have other trades on the board anyways. So I went with a 1% stop loss on sushi, and I think I got stopped out like 8 times. So definitely need a bit of a further dump in order to make up for that loss. I think we need to get back down just a little bit farther because I need to recoup at least like a 9 R&R to be back in the net positives. But obviously, I'm truthfully, I'm hoping for a really nice dump. Either because I mean we have the larger structure. Actually, no, we don't. This is the actual ABC here. If we don't want to look at the higher time frames, obviously on the higher time frame, we do have the possibility of going and retesting this high here and putting in a higher high and creating a larger ABC structure. But obviously, we're taking a smaller time frame here, relatively. I mean, this ABC has been going on for the course of a month, so it's not necessarily super small, but if we can get a retest of some of these local lows, that'd be a 30. This local low here would be a 29. And we're kind of approaching that 50% mark. I mean, just down to the local low on like the macro timeframes here, that'd be 41%. So either way it goes, hoping to recoup some of that money. The account's a little bit down, and it's not a good representation because I kind of did like a swap where one of my friends wanted to help my other friend get started with trading. So I sent him $250 from my Bybit, and they sent me $250 cash to my bank account. So I kind of just swapped it out. So we're sitting pretty right now, most definitely. We're at about $50 on average on each trade, about $250, $300 in profit. Like I said, in terms of where we're sitting, I would love for a dump, but can't really control what's going to happen. If the DXY keeps dumping, because it has broken support technically, unless we get back above 112. We're looking pretty good, like we actually are. So we'll see where we're at in a couple weeks here. Sushi looks scary. Yeah, it did. It definitely did. But I feel a lot more comfortable shorting sushi than I do longing it, just because of the current state of the coin. But who knows? Maybe next bull cycle, like instead of what's uni? What's the actual name of it? I forgot. It's been months. But maybe sushi becomes the next swap website for the next bull run here. Hey, would you mind looking at algo for me, please? I made a long trade when it was at 32.5 cents. Thinking I should close the trade or still keeping it. Thank you very much. I looked at algo today, actually, and I might have a solution for you. I personally, I don't typically trade timeframes this small, but like if that is your position and you're strictly trading algo, right now you do have a possible hedge position. All right, so I mean, you don't have to take profit on your long, because there's definitely upside potential in everything right now, with the DXY climbing down, the US 100 SPY climbing up, and Bitcoin putting in the ab and eve pattern. It's a hard time for me to say that we're absolutely bearish. All right, of course anything can happen. I'm not a freaking magician here. All right, so as you can see, I have shorts on the board as well. Those are contingency plans just in case. But my brain, everything that I see, I'm a little bit of a bull right now. But there is this hedge position here. It's not going to be here for long, but we're kind of retesting, hanging around that region. In terms of, I don't think there's a divergence on this, but like I said, that doesn't really matter to me. But that is there for you if you want to take it. Guys, we're being okay. So if that's the move, hold on. I'll get the whole ensemble going on, and we'll just leave it on for the stream. It's the duality of man. It's the same outfit I had on yesterday, Johnny. I got the pajama pants on, but like from the waist up, I'm all business. From the waist down, I'm all party. Sounds a little bit weird, but hey, it is what it is. All right. Give me one moment. This dress shirt's all wrinkly because I just had it balled up in the corner last night. Okay, we're getting it going. Kite, where's the BTC long? Did you say on a previous stream? Did you close it by accident? I did close it by accident. And I got stopped out of the original one, and then I didn't wake up in time to take the new entry. So I'm just supplementing it with other longs on different coins. That's where the ETH long came in, and the Sol long. And obviously, if ADA can get back above 40 cents, I would take that long as well. Obviously, I would like to be long on Bitcoin right now, but it's unfortunate because I was a little sleepy face. So you snooze, you lose, quite literally. All right, let me get the cuffs going here. Man, I'm gonna look like such a tryhard. This is exactly who I don't want to be on stream. I'm really the casual, laid back dude. I don't want to look like I'm trying to be smart. But hey, if you buy fancy clothes, even if they're for someone else's wedding, you wear them on stream. That is the motto. Okay, so we got the dress shirt on. Go ahead and get the let's go ahead and get the vest back on. Button this thing down. Well, I only have to do a couple buttons because you guys are only seeing my top half. So I can leave the bottom open. Leave room to breathe. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Boom. We're crypto billionaire Kite over here. Crypto billionaire that also has stolen this item. I'm gonna have to turn on the air conditioner with this because this is too much. This is too much clothing for me. There's 3 layers. Typically, I only have 1 layer. It's skin, hoodie, air. What's the song? Everything that I'm playing right now is by Airwing Marine on Spotify. Yeah, it's a little bit like the shirt's definitely not tailored. Like the shoulders like kind of ride up and it sucks, but hey. Ain't nobody got time to go do that. Here, come here, fish. Whoa, looking like a real market maker. How long will it take you to become a billionaire, approximately? I mean, if I compound the way that I have been, I'd say like 15 years. Hopefully. But I don't know, man. That's too much money. I'll be fine with like 20 million. Take 10 million. Use it to create a facility that represents everything that I love in life. And then the rest of the 10 million, I can trade it and live off of it. I'll be fine with that. I don't need that kind of money. I like me in hoodies too. The red button is a crowded trade. Be smart. Be a bull. Push the green button now. Buy ETH. Buy BTC. It's time to go against the herd. Wow. You sound like an infomercial. Technically on sushi, green is the crowded button right now. Let's go look at BTC. Would you look at that? Green is the crowded button. Not by a lot, but just enough. James, did you hear what I said? Like I said, right now, I am majority long. Like in my head. Like the way the market's moving, I definitely see upside. But you never know what's gonna happen, James. Don't be too arrogant. You don't know how the market's gonna move. So you have to take contingencies. Just in case. Small loss, save your ass. Those are the 2 options. And now those are pretty good options. Yesterday was my first successful day of fasting in like months. I'm gonna try to keep it up. Obviously, I got the wedding coming up this weekend. So I'm probably not going to be adhering to the fast all too often, but as soon as I get back, I'm back on schedule. I'm fucking done, dude. I'm so fucking done. I'm ready to just be feeling good again. Yo, Happy Money, House of the Dragons last night was pretty darn terrific. I agree. Like, it wasn't... I wouldn't say it was my favorite episode by far, but it was action-packed. I was really upset at the end, though. I don't want to give any spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen it, but I was really upset at the end for an action that was not taken, but very easily could have been done. Congrats on the wedding? No, not my wedding. No, it's my buddy's wedding. Hold on, my sister has called me. Let me go ahead and pause my mic real quick. Okay, I tried calling back, but didn't get an answer. You ever take into consideration funding when taking trades, not counting Zill, a trade you took a few months ago? I mean, Zill's a good representation of what I look for when I'm paying attention to funding, because, you know, 0.01 is kind of baseline for most coins. It's like, I only take funding into consideration when it's astronomical to either side, either negative, 2, 3, or positive 2, 3. That's when it really matters to me. Otherwise, it really doesn't. It just means like it's kind of 50-50. Some people are going short, some people are going long. The market is as it typically goes. Kite's married to the game. Strike player and a coach. Yikes. But here, hold on. Let's go ahead and get this going today. We gotta do our daily Wordle. I gotta reconfigure the filter here. Left 700, 690. Top 500. Right. Bottom. All right, there we go. Move the camera up. Make this a little bit bigger. All right, let's play Wordle. We gotta test our skills. All right, so let's go with the word with a lot of vowels in it. Equal. We got 3 vowels. Equal. All right, so we got an E, but it's not in the right spot. Okay, so we've already used U. We know there's no U. But we haven't used O or Y. Let's try that. Oh, you can't put your? That's kind of shitty. Great. Yeah, but there's no A. That's not really giving us any more vowels here. Evade? I mean, that's double E, and it kind of wastes this slot here. We already know that there's no E there. Is negative better for shorting and positive for longing, or does it matter? Like I said, it only matters if it's significant. So if you see like -2, that means that there's a shit ton of people shorting right now. And if the market pumps just enough, it's going to liquidate a lot of people, and you're going to see a big candle to the upside. Because when people get liquidated from shorts, they have to buy back at a higher price point than what they intended. Therefore, they add money to the market and the price goes up. So it only, like I said, it only really matters if it's that difficult. Tires. Okay, I like that one. Let's try that one. Oh, you're the man. So we know that there's an S and E. Okay, so let's. Okay, so there's a T, an I, an E, and an S, but they're not in the right spots. Sites. Okay, so we know S is the first letter. All right, so S is the first letter. Okay, so it's not shite. Damn it. All right, so the I doesn't go there. The I doesn't go there. So the I has to be in one of the last two slots. So I'm going to try ST. Times? No, it can't be times because S is the first letter. Steep? Well, where's the I gonna go? So let's see. So it's not, I's not in any of the first two slots. So I has to be one of the last two slots. S E T I. No. S T E. Stein? Hey! Stein. We did it. Mike found it out. Sweet. All right. That's a big win today. Big win. Mike, you the man. Are we geniuses? Mike's a genius. What the is a Stein though? Einstein? I have no. Let's Google it. Stein. A large beer mug. Okay, we learn something new every day. Do you ever move your stop loss to break even? Not typically, unless we move like significantly far away. I mean, there's really no reason to. MKR funding rate is 0.0. What does that mean? Basically means that the market's completely even. The amount of money going long and the amount of money short are completely even. Said MKR is like that. I don't know if it's literally 0, but it might be. Nah, the shit's literally 0. It doesn't say negative, so technically funds or longs are still paying interest, but that's literally 0. Damn. It just means the market doesn't know. Equal people going long, equal people going short. No real one-sided action. Bitcoin is negative on USDT. More people going short. Roast. I'm trading on Binance, so should I shift to Bybit? Does it really make a difference? Binance has seen a lot of crazy wicks that we haven't seen on other exchanges, which is kind of weird. I just like Bybit. I think it, I haven't really tried anything else because Bybit has had everything that I needed it to. And I mean, with them adding so many coins to USDT, it just become. I'm not gonna say it's made it better. It definitely is more temptation for people, including me sometimes. But no, just never had a problem with Bybit, so I don't see a reason not to use it. I'm not saying like if you're trading on one thing, switch to Bybit, but it's there if you need it. ETH short at 1345. 1345. Yeah, if we put in a higher high here, it'll definitely create an ABC setup. Me personally, I'm not taking it. Like I said, it's kind of a small ABC, but I mean, in terms of like the price movement and the structure, it's fine. But in terms of like how long it's been set up, it's a little bit tiny for me. But if you don't have a trade setup that looks like mine, right now I have 3 shorts open and 2 longs. I don't want to continuously stack shorts. This doesn't make too much sense to me. Because I mean, if this actually is going to work itself out, I'm going to make money off of XRP, Sushi, and BTC anyways. So how much do I risk per trade? 1%, or just about. Sometimes I use less. But usually it's like 0.8, 0.9. I'm taking this vest off. I can't keep up this facade. Living this life. We're just gonna go with the dress shirt. Pop the collar. Make sure it looks nice. There we go. Boom. Let's see what the masses are saying. Go chat. I agree, Crypto Z. Been months and the same people saying 10K tomorrow. Eventually you'll be right. Maybe not. Maybe not. This Friday we will swim in 18K. Did Fish get a little tuxedo too? No, my sister's gonna be watching him while I'm gone. He's not coming with me to the wedding. It's just too far of a drive for him to be locked up. Because, you know, got the Mercedes. I can't have Fish and his claws all over the seats. So I don't have like a dog seat. Of course I can put down, you know, blankets and stuff for him, but I don't like that for him either. Looking very smart today, Kite. Well, thank you. Exactly what I don't want. Wait, hello? Yeah, what's up? What do you think about Tesla's, Kite? I think they're pretty cool. I don't know. I don't have anything against them. And like, you gotta like, it comes with the territory. Like, people are always like, those, they catch on fire. I'm like, well, I mean, it's a trade-off. I'm sure like they're getting better in that department. And there's like only a couple of like videos online of it happening, and it's only from major crashes. But in all the videos I saw, like, it looks like the person could get out. Dab, I'm not here. Why are you not here? Like mentally? You took too much? Shorting from 19,500. Okay. I don't see a setup for it, but go for it. Make choices. Can you show why you entered the ETH trade? Sure. You're talking about the long that I'm in? So, before it happened, I had been talking about if we put in a lower low right here, this would create a better long setup. Because over here, we had a tiny ABC right here. Let me back it up a little bit. We had a tiny ABC right here. And to me, that was just too thin of a setup to really call that a good long. I took a long off of it for a friend and hope it went well. But me personally, I never took a setup off of it in the first place. So if we had put in a lower low off of this and created a larger time frame ABC, I was like, okay, that's a really good long position. Unfortunately, I missed the drop that day and I didn't get the absolute low here. So I look inside of the C wave. What does the C wave have inside of it? The C wave has a downtrend, and the first downtrend's low was 1251. Then we put in a high up here, and then we put in a new lower low. So I took that long off of this ABC, but obviously it's in combination with the larger time frame that I just showed off. Should keep a meetup someday. I mean, like, I'm gonna have my own facility and you guys can book a stay there if you want to. It's a long ways down the road, but I hope to get it done someday. Are we long or short? Are we long or short? The good old days. We're everything, man. We got long setups, we got short setups, and we're waiting on the market to make a move. No easy answer to that. Waiting to break some ranges, solidify some trades, and then wait for the next possible hedges. Kind of in a state of flux right now. Looking dapper there, Kite. You pimping this week? Nah, we ain't pimping. We simping. I'm going to my buddy's wedding. I'm gonna cry like a baby. I'm gonna be like, that could have been us. But he playing. Yikes. Anything else of interest on the charts? I would love to take a trade on XMR, but it's just been too choppy for me to want to ever take an entry on that at this moment in time. Just been a mess. Got a couple good trades back here. Yeah, that ABC. Yeah, that ABC right there. Pretty good one. But past couple of weeks, not good. Definitely more of a hold position than it is a leverage trade position. dot, put in a little bit of a tiny ABC right here, comparatively. Or back above that major one. Am I holding on to that dot entry? I myself did not take it. How do you manage the pressure to exit a trade when you're in profit and see it reversing? Just practice, I guess. Like, understand what the goal is. Like I said, if you have a hedge position, of course, it's always going to be easier because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You've locked in the profit from your original trade. And then from that point on, as long as you stay within that range, you're not making money, not losing money. So most of the time, I try to find a hedge that's of a decent size as quick as possible. Obviously, I'm not trying to create these things out of thin air. That's just irresponsible. But once again, it's just a matter of like understanding, if I don't let this trade go on, how do I ever expect to make the big dollars? Just like how, you know, up here with Bitcoin, with that ginormous short, there's plenty of times where like it had a decent pump back up to the upside, but I didn't really let that control the way that I thought. I just played the new hedge positions as they got created. And of course, it ate up some of my profit, but in the end, the profit is so massive that it's worth having the reassurance. So it's just a matter of patience. Not every single trade is born to work out. Someone's just got to accept. Good morning, Kite. 3:25 a.m. here. I'm sorry you have to be up so early. What have you got your buddy for wedding? It's been an ongoing thing. Like, I haven't bought him a direct wedding gift. I did gift him $300, but that was about it. I help him out whenever I can. So there's no real pressure for me to buy him something expensive. Not that type of wedding anyways. Your buddy 22? No, he's a little bit older than I am. Check out the car, XUV 700, a real beast for 20K. Looks similar to the GLS. I don't know. We'll check. I'll definitely do some car shopping in the next couple of months. Any good D-Gen setups? I don't know, man. INJ has an ABC setup right here. Just got to come back down below $2.03 roughly. But I mean, I wouldn't call that a D-Gen setup. I mean, this is a decent sized ABC. I have no clue what the frick this coin is, but I mean, this ABC has been forming over the course of 28 days. And you could have a little bit of a double dip. I mean, if you're playing the 0.441 strategy, you would have that first ABC. Definitely hit the 0.441, and then now you have this new one right here. But obviously, I'm not playing the 0.441 strategy. That would have been a loss. But look at that. You had a hedge position right here. A, B, C. If they would have locked in some of your profits. Is trading my main source of income? It's where most of my money comes from, but my bills aren't really that expensive. So with the help of the Patreon, I really don't have to worry about cashing out much crypto, so it saves me on taxes. So, I mean, I appreciate everybody that's in the Patreon. Kai, I invested in that game. I was trying to get you to play. You did? Man, I looked at one of the interviews from the people that made that game, and they played some of the actual gameplay, and I mean, I play FPSs all day long. That ain't it, Chief. I know it's technically a third-person FPS, but that ain't it. I'm sorry, man. I love what you love. If you think it's a really good idea, don't let me get in the way of it. But me personally, it's not something that I'm looking to put my money in. Would you say ABCs often deal with support and resistance when trading? Of course, like that's all it is. You see the market going up, in a continuous uptrend. Of course, there's going to be moments where it breaks down and breaks up, but the overall trend, and then this tells you that at this point, the market wasn't willing to go any further, and we had a major drop afterwards. So this tells you that this is your macro support, your macro resistance. So of course, there's going to be stuff that happens within that and creates different support regions, but it gives you an understanding that, hey, if the market ever does get back up to this point, of course we're going to want to try to push further, but if we fail to, you can take advantage of that and short it back down from that. That's all it is. And then it's the exact opposite if you're going long. Market's going down in a continuous downtrend. It shows that the market has good support here. If the market comes back down to retest it but fails to push lower, you can take advantage of that and push long. It's a very, very slight edge, and that's all you need. As long as you have a slight edge on where the market would like to do something, doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do something. You can take advantage of that with good risk, high reward, and let it rip. With open interest at an all-time high with this market cap, we are not going up. Wait, hold on, James. James, were you just saying just a couple minutes ago that now is the time to long, red is the crowded button? You're switching up on me. I really hope this is just a troll. That's just not good for your mental health to switch your macro bias that quick. That was a matter of what, like 45 minutes? What the hell, James? I got in the sold position at the same time as you, position we're at, same stop loss. Now making profit. I can't get a re-entry on BTC, so I was looking for something else. Found an ABC on Atom and entered at $11.80. I think I did. Someone did point out that Atom entry, but me personally, I didn't take it just because of how Atom has been acting with this upturn right here. But no reason why I can't pump. It's just a little bit of a risk that I wasn't willing to take, but I hope it goes well for you, man. I really do. I never wish for a trade to fail. Why don't you book 50% of your profit at the 0.5 fib? You would lose less trades and it still would make you more money letting it run. It would make all that's doing is satisfying my urge not to feel pain and lose. That's all it is. Absolutely, that's all it is. All right, because there's always going to be a hedge position somewhere. There's no reason to cap my profit that low, because past the 50% point, I'm using half the amount of margin. So for every percent that it goes up after that, I'm making half as much money. So if I'm counting on a 60 risk reward ratio, you can kiss that goodbye. Hey Kite, when I was younger and took shrooms, they told me I could never go to space because it puts a chemical in your spine. Is that a myth? Was going to space one of your goals? I would like to assume that's a myth. Like, to me, I think that is a myth that they tell people, but who knows? That could be dumb. It's the same thing like you can't be a pilot if you've taken LSD, because apparently it goes into your spine and that the pressure will cause it to release and all of a sudden you're tripping in midair. If that's the case, I would like to jump into the ball pit or the foam pit at TwitchCon. Because there is so much in my spine right now, I would have the time of my life. Someone punch me in my spine as hard as you can. That's a joke. But if I were to break my back, all I know is I'm not going to be feeling any pain. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to be in the clouds. Fact or fiction? Among the predominant drug-related myths out there, the one that about LSD saying that it stays in your spinal cord for the rest of your life remains one of the most well-known. Part of the long-held assumption revolves around the chemical buildup in your spine and can trigger any time you suffer a significant enough back injury and start a bad trip when you're trying to get medical assistance. While this myth has helped scare off plenty of potential LSD users in the past, the question still remains, how much of it is based in scientific fact? All I'm saying is, my dad broke his entire body jumping out of an airplane after he's done mushrooms as a kid. He didn't report anything, so take that anecdotal evidence as you will. Do you only trade BTC and ETH in your main account? No, I have XMR, BTC, ETH, but I don't leverage trade XMR all too often unless there's something significant. But I try to stick to the mama and the daddy of the crypto market. There's just too much at risk to be trying to trade on these small altcoins. There's a lot of reward if the altcoins hit, but sometimes it's just not worth. Got stopped out 3 times in XMR, by the way, and gave up and regret not trying again when it came up. Now I understand what you mean by not give up. Also, I was scared with using a 0.5% stop loss, not using 1%. Yeah, I use a 1%. I used to use a 0.5% for a little bit when playing on smaller time frames, but there's no reason for that. Oh man, just more BS from Big Acid. No, it's not Big Acid that's spreading that rumor. It's, I don't know, the government. Because acid just makes your brain have too many perspectives. You can see the holes in the fabric reality. Makes you start questioning authority. Nobody wants that. That's not good for anybody. I've heard of LSD lab busts, but not like close to me. I've just seen them on the internet. Kite, can you peep the most recent announcement from BitMEX delisting some alts? It doesn't really pertain to me, but it doesn't really, I don't see a purpose for checking into that. That's a Norm Macdonald joke. Rip to the king. My bad. Do I ever put my stop loss to break even? No, I do not. Maybe I've done in the past, but very, very rarely. Because when I open up a trade, the risk is 1%. All right, if the trade doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If I lose, it's not a whole lot. So why does moving my stop loss up to save me a couple dollars really matter? All right, because the amount of times I'll get stopped out might increase. And you're still paying fees, even if you get stopped out at a zero sum. So for me, I'd rather just roll with it. There's no reason in doing that. What's people's thoughts on a trade management bot to enter potential upcoming and re-enter stopped trades for you as conditions are met? I would love that. I don't have the know-how of how to do that, but I just trade the way that I trade. I built a POC version a few months back and I've been using it. It's great so far. I've been working on a full-fledged UI multi-user version. Curious if others would be interested in this. Go for it, man. I saw a video of you using GON fans. Do you still incorporate those? No, I do not. That was a much, much different time in my training career. Yeah, I no longer see a purpose in using them. Just based off of my strategy. My strategy is based off of horizontals. Obviously, GON fans are diagonals. Hold on. getting like this little like styrofoam sound whenever I'm moving my mouth. Can you recommend any good crypto trading channel on YouTube that you enjoy? Crown Crypto's always been a favorite, but I try not to watch much of trading because I just don't want anybody to influence the way that I do things and then have someone be like, hey, you've been copying this trader. I don't want that to ever be an issue. So Crown Crypto, I think he really gives good information. Obviously he's not out there trying to get people to copy his trades. I'm sure people try to, but he just talks about the good basics, and I think that's what people need to hear, even though they don't want to hear that. People want to hear, what's the best strategy to use? How can I make loads of money tomorrow? Not going to work like that. But Trader Tom, he takes a look at Bitcoin every so often, but I don't think he actively trades it. But he, once again, is a good trader. He gives you good information that you can apply to crypto. I know you don't use indicators anymore, but I'm using high HHLLZZ by Kira to see the ABC right away because it shows the zigzag. Still training how to eyeball ABCs like you do. Yeah, I mean, if you got to use an indicator, but eventually it'll become second nature and you don't have to have that. The one issue that I have with indicators like that is if you go down to a smaller time frame, it'll help you spot ABCs that you really don't want to be taking. Like, it might spot this one right here. Uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. You take that ABC, hold the short, you get knocked out. So on and so on. So it's going to allow you to see a lot more than you probably should. If you stay on the higher time frames, you're not going to be really put in a situation where you're going to be paying attention to ABCs like that. You're going to be paying attention to the larger ones, like this one, A, B, C. Or this large one, A, B, C. But I'll be leaving in about 23 minutes. I gotta go take a shower, get on the road, go exchange this, get a bigger size, and then probably grab some shoes alongside it. He told me I could wear the Yeezys, but I don't know. I'll see if they have any shoes there. If not, I'll just wear the Yeezys. Do options and futures work the same? I was planning to trade the Indian market, but there's no leverage over there. I'm not quite sure. I know very bare minimum about options and futures. Futures, I think, have more to deal with time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Futures have more to deal with time. So like you take a trade and you say, a week from now, we're still going to be below this point. And you're going to be either in the money or not in the money. And then depending on how much time is related to your trade, like if you say 3 months and you're still in the money, you can make a lot more. Not quite sure. I could be speaking out my ass here. And then options. Options are calls and puts, which maybe I have them flipped. I don't know. I'm a leverage guy myself. I haven't really done much options or futures ever. That's what I can find in my brain to recite to you. James, you just said that we're going to the downside because of open interest. What? Make up your mind, James. James, you're a bot. You're a bot and you know it. Beep boop, beep boop, boop boop, beep beep, boop boop. That's you. Stop changing your mind. Stick to it and then say it. Is the 3060 Ti enough for 1440p games at a good FPS? I believe in most games you'll be able to hit at least 60 FPS, you know, AAA titles. But I mean, there's plenty of benchmarks out there. Let's look it up. Let's look it up, man. 3060 Ti, 1440p. Yeah, the 36 Ti at an 18 game average hits about 64 FPS at 4K. That's not too shabby. Let's try to find a 1440p. The 36 Ti at 1440p, 18 game average is 114 FPS. That's not too bad. And the cost for per frame is the best. You're paying $3.50 per frame. And then where's the 3090? 3090, you're paying $10 a frame. Kind of ridiculous. I'm out here with that. They were there flipping upside down, doing backflips. Does ABCs have similarities to QFL? Someone recommended it to me, and I don't feel like studying any more strats when I'm making profit with your ABC. Very grateful, Kite. I've never heard of QFL. Let me try to find QFL. Trading? QFL trading. Yes. So like it seems very similar, but it's only referring to local lows. So what basically what this little website was telling me is you're looking for panic sells that dip below the base level, local low, what we would consider an A, and then you buy back the rebounds. Yeah, but it's only referring to long positions. Yeah, I mean QFL seems very similar. But if you're looking at a 3060 Ti, I mean, I don't think the 4060 Ti is out yet, but I mean, I'm sure it's coming up. And if you're really looking for a new card, I think that the 4060 Ti might do you well, because I'm kind of taking back what I said about the 4090. The 4090 is actually pretty freaking rad. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to upgrade anytime soon, but I do think that it's a decent buy. Like if you're really like doing a massive upgrade, for me to go from a 3090 to a 4090, yes, it's an upgrade, and I definitely would see a decent increase in performance, but I don't think it's worth the money. But if you're going from like a 2080 Ti, or even like a 3060, and you saved up and you want to buy a 49, I don't think it's a bad buy at all. I know the chart is giving bullish signs with the economy and the state that it's in. Where would the money be coming from if BTC were to pump? Well, until we get closer to the all-time high, I don't necessarily think it's going to be a lot of institutional buyers. They like to buy the breakouts. But, I mean, it just comes from simple supply and demand. Especially with the halving coming up in 2 years. That's all it really needs for price to pump. Because if the same amount of money stays circulating in the market, which of course it might increase or decrease, who knows, and then the circulation supply going down, that's just going to cause price to rise gently. And then over time, people will start to take notice. They'll start buying it as well. The money just didn't disappear somewhere. It's somewhere out in the market. It just flow into here. I have no clue from where, but we'll see. What do you think? What is better for me? Well, I can't tell you what's best for you because everybody's different. Me personally, I just stick to the ABC strategy. All right. Breakouts are good when we are in the bull market. But beyond that point, it's very difficult to be taking breakout trades. Like right here, you would have taken a breakout trade, stopped out, breakout trade, stopped out, breakout trade, stopped out, breakout trade, stopped out. There's so many points where you could have taken breakout trades and they just would have failed on you. Now, that's where I'm saying, like, you're really going to get yourself into trouble because if you're playing ABCs and breakout strategies, all right, this is an ABC right here. You saw downside. ABC right here. You saw downside. ABC right here. You saw a little bit of downside. Big ABC right here. A lot of downside. So, I mean, like I said, I don't want people to just copy what I do because I'm doing it. I'm finding out what personally works best for me. And of course, I'm testing stuff all the time. But it takes a long time to test this stuff. So I can't just switch up what I'm doing just because I haven't even seen it really work yet, except for the last major ABC short. But you can be that guy if you want to that takes profit of the 0.441 of the ABCs. Because, I mean, you would have done pretty well here. You would have made this one and this one and almost that one. It had to dip down a little bit lower, but and then you would have gotten this one right here, most definitely. This one you wouldn't have hit it yet, but maybe in the future you will. So choose what you want to be. I'm not here to determine what that is. I'm here to trade for myself and hopefully show you guys what's going on with how I trade. Maybe with the breakout shorts, I mean, you would have gotten stopped out here twice. You would have gotten stopped out a third time here. It depends on how, like, what you're doing with your take profit. I have no clue what the rest of your strategy pertains. What kind of risk to reward ratio are you shooting for? Are you taking profit when you hit that risk to reward ratio? Are you letting it run? There's a lot of information that there's missing. You can't just say breakout because there's a lot of other room for interpretation. Point 0.441 is if you have an A and a B and a C, you take the top of your C to the bottom of your A, and then you target the 0.441, which is between the 0.5 and the 0.382. You're basically just aiming for that midpoint there. And then if you're going long, it's the same thing, just to the downside. If you didn't buy this generational bottom, you will end up buying the next generational top. James, you're a bot. I'm just gonna make it so every time you type in chat, it goes beep boop, beep boop, beep beep boop, boop, beep beep boop. James, I would love for this to be the bottom, and as of right now, it is looking like it. But you just can't talk with that much confidence, man. Ever. You never know what's right around the corner. So play it safe. Of course, DCA, HODL, all that good stuff, but in the end, there is a point to be smart. Use both 1080p and 4K monitors at the same time. In that case, does the mouse pointer jump to different position on the screen while moving in between? A little bit, but you can set it up to be a certain way. Like I have a portrait monitor, so it covers up all the real estate. But yeah, it does jump to a different point in the monitor, but you don't really notice. You get used to it. I'm not playing games across the screen. I'm just playing games on this screen, and I'll have other stuff over here. I'm not extending the game across multiple screens. I've never really liked that. It only really works for like racing sims. It doesn't work for FPS shooters or anything like that. If you want that type of experience, you might as well just go with an ultra wide monitor. What we got? We got Boganov. See you. Downtime, baby. Ooh, sushi dropping a little bit further back down. Love to see it. Love to see it. For the 15-minute here. I hope sushi falls off a fucking cliff. You see the snap I sent you of the new Odyssey arc? I've been watching videos on that for a couple months now, and it's a really, really cool idea, like how they figure that out, where you can either have one gigantic monitor, or you can have 3 separate monitors stacked on top of each other, or you could turn it and have one gigantic screen. Me personally, I just don't have enough room for that. I already have a big television here, so it would be blocking the television. But it was very creative, and maybe in a different timeline, that'd be something I'll be going for. Why don't we have a Mario stream right now? A Mario stream? I don't own Mario. So we're in a C wave down for XRP. Can we quickly recap? Sure. As of right now, all right, on XRP, we have single uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, did not put in a higher high. So yes, technically right now we are in a C wave, so this would be a hedge position if we do see a lower low. So right now there's nothing for me to do on XRP except for be short and wait. And then if we see a lower low and then get back above 41.81, then I'll probably be taking a long hedge, but still hoping for downside because obviously that's much, much more profitable short term. Kite Sushi is at $69 profit. Take it. 69,420. If I ever see 69,420 on a take profit, I'll take it. Just for the meme. Can I show my sushi entry? It's right here. It's off of this high. We put in the downtrend, put in that higher high. As long as we were below this wick, I was short. Which I definitely got eat up right here. I didn't take every single one because some of them I did miss. But I got stopped out 8 times during this process right here. And in order for me to because it's always like people are like, how do I not get stopped out at all? Okay, well, you're be giving up profit then. In order for me to not get stopped out at all on sushi, all right, I would have had to have at least a 3.31 stop loss. I wouldn't got stopped out once, but I'm giving up 3 times as much profit. So let's say that we get back down to this local low over here, relatively. All right, that's a 29 R&R. So if I wanted that, I would now have a 9.5. So I got stopped out 8 times. So let's go ahead and do the math. Shit. All right, so roughly we said 29. I got stopped out 8 times. So 29 minus 8 is still 21. Now, I know there's going to be some math head out there that's like, that's not exactly right, Austin, but it's pretty damn close. We're still above at least 17 in terms of units of profit. So if I didn't want to get stopped out at all right, or at least let's say we got stopped out once, all right, I'm now at 8. So even with getting stopped out 8 times, I'm still making more profit if we see the same take profit than if I was using a higher stop loss and got stopped out less. It's all in your brain that you're getting hurt. So I'm not saying that we will see that take profit, but it's a matter of perspective. If we see that take profit, what was more worth it in the long run? It's always about what is more worth it in the long run than short-term pain. That's it. A little bit of a pump back up here on ETH. Potentially trying to go for that higher high. I'd love to see it. Would it be less profit because you're using larger risk or because you're using less margin? You're using less margin most definitely because your leverage goes down. Because you're using the same risk right here. All right, so if we go back to XRP or sushi, so the 1% does not change. All right, so we're only risking 1% of our portfolio. That's weird. It still has XRP selected up here. All right, let's go down to a smaller time frame. So you would definitely be using less value in your trade. So right here, if I had this trade set up like this and I was using, actually I would have to use a little bit further on this one in order to not get stopped out. So I would be even worse, but let's just go with what we said. So I go to my little handy dandy risk reward calculator here. All right, let's say that we have a $1,600 portfolio. My stop loss is 3%. And then let's do 10%, 10%. All right, so I'll be using 3x leverage at 533 contracts because over the course of that 3%, I only want to lose 1% of my portfolio. If I'm using a 1-to-1 ratio, 1% stop loss with 1% risk, I can use pretty much my entire full count value in terms of the value of the trade, not the margin itself. That would turn down to 10x leverage. So I'm increasing my leverage by 3 times, and my contracts go up to 1600x. So I'm not using more risk, but I am using less margin, or less value, I should say. That's the thing, like on this exchange, what exchange is this? I'm assuming I clicked on Binance. On Binance, you would have had to have a 5% stop loss in order to not get stopped out. But then your R&R is only 5.85. But if you would have been playing this, it would have been the 29, 28. And yeah, you would have still gotten stopped out 8, 10 times, but you're still going to make more. Like the math isn't exactly correct in terms of like 1-to-1 in terms of 9 minus 29 equals 20. All right. Or 29 minus 9 equals 20, because as your account is dropping in value, your new risk should be adjusted. So technically, you're not going to make the same exact amount as you planned for, but you're still going to make more than if you were being a wimp. I'm not saying that being a wimp is bad, but if you have the time to do this, you might as well. If you can't look at the charts all day, then yes, using a higher stop loss, going for less profit, it still works, but you're giving it up. So if you have the time to manage the trade, you might as well. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of your hair for today. Good re-entry to the week with some good price action. Looking forward to the remainder. Like I said, I'm leaving on Thursday, so we only got 2 more live streams until I'm gone for a good couple of days. But thanks for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably going to start streaming closer to around 2 p.m. But that's still kind of in flux. So 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., turn on the bell notification if you want to actually be at the stream when I start it up. If not, thanks for watching anyways. Appreciate it. But I'll see you guys later. Chocolate, see you, man. Misa, see ya. I don't want to mispronounce your name. I'm so sorry. I'm going to call you Raj. Is that okay? You said see ya. See you, man. Thank you for being here. Joe. Pro BJ. Appreciate you being here. Paulo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad with names. Stay safe, Kite. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Take care, mate. You as well. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Let's do the thing. Get out of your hair. I got to go ahead and get in the shower. Bye.